station of Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are LA.
Albert Pujols went deep twice yesterday for his 503rd and 504th home runs of his career as the Angels took 3 of 4 from the Rays. Tonight, the Houston Astros open a 3-game set against Garrett Richards, who's looking to go 5-0 to start the season. Three of 4 against the Tampa Bay Rays is not a bad way to start a 10-game homestand tonight. They welcome in division rival Houston Astros. It's the first of 3 here at Angel Stadium. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubas. I'm Victor Rojas. So glad you could join us once again. And as you just heard me say, Garrett Richards is on the hill for the 9th time this year. He's already faced the Houston Astros. The Astros know what he is capable of, and I think Major League Baseball is starting to see just exactly what Garrett Richards brings.
Yeah, Victor, when you make an argument, you can make an argument the best stuff in the American League. And what I mean by stuff, he has 5 dominant pitches where he can go to at any point during the course of the game. He's got a fastball, 97, 98 with sink action. That's a 2-seam fastball running away from a lefty. A 4-seam fastball going away from a righty at 95 to 98. But he also has that nasty slider he can go to both for a swing and miss pitch and a ground out. An excellent changeup. Doesn't use it a lot, but he can go to it. But for me, this is his pitch. That curveball, that finger off the baseball to be able to create snap action on it. Starts at the shoulder, then a buckler down on the inside part of the plate. He can get back in the counts on that pitch. He can also get swing and misses on the pitch. That's why he's so special right now. Some of the best stuff you'll ever see in the American League, if not all of baseball. Hopefully we'll see that again tonight.
Yeah, the Astros playing a little bit better baseball here in the month of May. Dallas Keuchel on the hill for the Stros. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. We're going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Angels baseball is brought to you by CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax, start here. By AT&T UVerse TV. Check availability at 1-800-PICK-ATT. Rethink possible. By Jack in the Box. Try the new Blazing Chicken Sandwich. It's Jack's hottest sandwich yet. And by Hyundai. The countdown to savings is on now at Hyundai's Memorial Day sales event. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
this. Can't touch this. My music hits so hard, makes me say.
We welcome you back out here to the Big A, the first of three against the Houston Astros. Mentioned that they have played a little bit better of late. They are 7-9 in the month of May. And overall of the season, a 16-28 record, 12 back in the American League West as Garrett gets ready to face them for the second time this year. We will check out Bo Porter starting 9 for the Astros. This is game number 45 for them. Red hot Jose Altuve will lead things off. He's at second base. It's George Springer in right field. Dexter Fowler, the switch-hitting outfielders, in center. Jason Castro at catcher. Matt Dominguez has had a nice little month of May so far. The SoCal product is at third. Chris Carter, the DH. Mark Krause at first. It's Alex Presley out in left field. And the switch-hitting shortstop batting ninth is Marwin Gonzalez. Taking on Garrett Richards, 4-0 in 8 starts, 2.42 ERA.
And we talked about how well he's thrown the baseball, 1-0 in his career versus the Astros. ERA over 5. Has struggled a little bit at home, but the reality has been outstanding. And the keys for Garrett Richards today to be successful against this Houston Astro ball club is be alert of the Astros running game. They like to try to steal a lot, and it all starts with number 1. Every other pitch he has in that arsenal is all predicated around that development and throwing that number 1, the fastball, both sides of the plate with effectiveness.
Check out the defense behind Garrett Richards tonight. Grant Green is in left field. Mike Trout is in center. Efren Navarro is in right. Just a day off today for Colin Cowgill, especially with a lefty on the mound. He's just getting a day off now. Luis Jimenez, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Albert Pujols around the infield from third to first, with Chris Iannetta doing the catching.
And Grant Green getting that start out of left field. Talked to him earlier today about how well he's feeling at the comfort level out in left field. He's saying he's starting to read the ball better off the bat, better position to be able to come in on the baseball, and he relies a lot on Mike Trout as far as where to go for fly balls.
So Richards ready to deliver the first pitch, and tonight's first pitch is delivered by Shumash Casino Resort. Jose Altuve, the second baseman, will lead things off. Hitting .301, a home run, 14 runs batted in. He's riding a 10-game hitting streak, one shy of his personal best of 11. He's a guy, especially with Jonathan Villar not in the lineup, you want to keep off the bases. Mentioned the running game. Altuve with 15 bags so far this year. The first one is down low for ball 1. There's Bo Porter, skipper of the Houston Astros. They are 6-13 away from Minute Maid Park. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's Greg Gibson barking out the balls and strikes. Phil Cuzzy at first base, Jerry Davis at second, Quinn Walcott at third. Your umpiring crew for this series. Altuve lines one to left center field. He's got himself an 11-game hitting streak. Green over to cut it off, and Altuve's going to try to go to second. Here comes a throw, and it's not in time. So it's a leadoff hustle double for Altuve, his 14th of the season.
Yeah, out of the batter's box, it looked like Altuve was going to be content initially with the single, but he saw the ball wasn't hit necessarily hard, and then he saw when Grant Green was getting around the baseball. At that point, he picks up where he's at, and he says, I'm going to give it a shot and go to second base. And a head first slide gets him with a double, his 14th double. It's all because he was reading the baseball off the bat and the route that Grant Green was taking in left center field.
So man in scoring position for the youngster George Springer, the right fielder. He takes up and in. Former first-round pick, 11th overall selection back in 2011 out of UConn, University of Connecticut. Connecticut native himself. Hitting .235, 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in, a .313 on base percentage. Good wheels himself. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Springer now playing his 30th big league game. Also has 4 doubles and a triple. Altuve with a leadoff double stands in second base. 2-0 from Garrett. This one's shot foul. It is 2-1. Springer last year combined between AA, AAA, 30-30 guy. 37 home runs, 45 stolen bases.
Yeah, he's got a lot of speed, runs the bases very, very well. Intelligent base runner with good power.
And Altuve likes to try to steal third. It's a good idea to vary your look back to second if you're Richards.
2-1 pitch, down and away. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Richards in his start against Houston with 5 innings. Gave up a run on 3 hits. His first start of the season. 3-1 to Springer. That is a strike. Full count. At the top part of the strike zone, at least according to Greg Gibson. So full count now.
Pretty firm fastball. 3-1 fastball. 96.
Springer has been susceptible to the punch out. 46 strikeouts in 29 games. Already second on the team. Carter Castro with 49. This was lifted foul and out of play. So we'll reset and do it again.
Richards has, we talked about it in the opening, even the pregame show, a great fastball. 4-seam fastball, great 2-seam fastball. But this is one of those times as you mature as a pitcher, if you feel comfortable with a breaking ball, you should be able to get a swing and miss on a breaking ball right here if you're Richards. If you're comfortable with it, obviously when you have a fastball like that, you always go to it, but it's not a bad time to drop a curveball in here.
And it's an overthrown fastball that gets by Iannetta. So Altuve will advance to third, and now you've got the speedy Altuve at third base and the speedy Springer at first. That'll be a wild pitch charge to Garrett.
10th wild pitch this year for Richards.
So a double, now a walk. And Richards will face Dexter Fowler. Angels missed Fowler in that 4-game series in Houston, having to deal with an intestinal issue that he had. Halo's taking 3 of 4 from that series, or that series, I should say, at Minute Maid Park. This is the second time these two teams have met. The Angels 6-9 against the West. The Astros 9-14. Springer started to go and then stopped. Snowballs and a strike. Fowler hitting .267, 3 home runs, 12 runs batted in. Picked up the offseason trade with the Colorado Rockies. Brandon Barnes and Jordan Lyles going to the Rocks. Oh, 1 pitch. Now back. No balls, 2 strikes. I mentioned that the Astros are playing a little bit better. The record, I said, 7-9. It's a team that hit .210 in the month of April. The month of May, they've hit .272. 19 home runs.
Certainly have a lot of speed at the top of the order here tonight. Top 3 in the order can all run.
They're third in home runs. The American League, Toronto, the Angels, and then the Houston Astros, who have a total of 48. 0-2. Inside. Nice block by Iannetta. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
And we saw it in Toronto the first inning or two for Richards. Had a tough feel for his breaking ball, whether it was a slider or curveball. Relied a lot on his fastball. And it worked for him. Then he got a feel for the breaking ball as the game progressed. He overthrew that slider. Has an opportunity to get a swing and miss here potentially.
This is just the 3rd start of the season at home for Richards. Throw over to third, and he fires it over the head of Jimenez, and it's 1-0. Springer will round second, now head to third, and he's going to be stopped right there. Oh my. Not even sure why you're even bothering with a pickoff attempt at third base.
Yeah, because we know the rule now, you can't do that fake throw to third and then to first. So he followed through on the throw. It was a high throw away from Jimenez.
But again, 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Altuve's not going anywhere. Who cares what he's doing, especially in the first inning?
And at this point, you want to see Springer try to steal because you have a potential strike him out, throw him out. And you get through the inning without any damage. But if you're Garrett Richards right now, you just forget about it as quick as possible. I think it's a good decision for Mike Butcher to go out to talk to him. Basically tell him the offense is going to score you some runs tonight. Now it's up to you to just forget about what just happened.
So 1-0 Houston. Angels committing their 23rd error of the season. Springer standing at third and still nobody out.
Second error of the season for Richards.
One-two to Fowler. Check swing. Did not go according to Quinn Walcott. So we're evened up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jason Castro on deck.
See if he was able to hold up on the breaking ball. Yep, no question.
Another full count for Richards. 2 starts here at home. 1-0 record and a 5.54 ERA. 13 innings, 17 hits, 14 strikeouts, and 4 walks here at the Big A. Fowler lifts it, fouled out of play. Can you attribute that to anything in particular?
Well, early in the season, he didn't have a good feel for the baseball. He wasn't as dominant early on as far as pitching at all, and mainly his first few starts at home. But this is a pitcher's ballpark, and it's a great mound. So there's nothing really to read into it at all, other than the fact he's had a couple tough games.
Second consecutive walk, and Richards a bit all over the place right now here in the first inning. So first and third, still nobody out. 1-0 Houston. Now Jason Castro at the plate. Castro hitting .216, 6 home runs, 21 runs batted in. That's 4 doubles, 1 triple.
Mindset here for Garrett. Think double play ball, think ground ball. Don't think strikeout. Think ground ball, double play. Limit the damage.
Fowler started to go, and that one misses down.
Victor, one thing I'm noticing from Garrett right here so far tonight, he's real quick on his delivery. He's already breaking his hands and landing before he's getting into his throwing position. That's why he hasn't been able to throw enough strikes. It's 10 pitches out of the zone of 18, only 8 in the strike zone so far for Richards.
Castro pulls one through the hole. It's 2-0 Houston. Fowler will round second. Try to go to third. The throw from Navarro, it is cut off. So Jason Castro picks up his 22nd run batted in. I was just going to ask you too about the quickening of the delivery for Garrett. Is that a byproduct, perchance, of trying to keep guys, close to first base and worrying about the running game?
I know that's part of his maturation as far as a pitcher, trying to be better, more cognizant of the running game of your opponent. But when you're struggling early on, that's when you think in terms of, I'm going to be a little bit slower to the plate to make sure I deliver a quality pitch. He's being extremely quick to the plate right now.
He's about to throw his 20th pitch and still looking for that first out. The error certainly didn't help his cause, because it would have given him an opportunity to face Fowler and try to strike him out on a 3-2 pitch. Fowler eventually walking. Here's Matt Dominguez. Swing and a miss. And again, that's 3 consecutive guys over at first base breaking from first, but then stopping. And I wonder if that is a conscious thing that the Astros are trying to do, perhaps disrupt Richards on the mound.
Well, when you're facing a guy who's throwing the ball so well, they've watched plenty of video. They remember facing him. They know how dominant he can be. So they're just trying to throw him off his rhythm if they can.
Breaking ball. And it's no balls, 2 strikes. And Dominguez hitting .258. 7 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Dominguez hitting .297 this month. Dominguez coming off a multi-homer game last night. Breaking ball down low. Not the start you wanted here at the first inning if you're Garrett Richards. 2 runs in. A double, a single, 2 walks, a big error.
That's a pretty good pitch. But when you're all over the place, sometimes you don't get it. But you can't throw a better pitch than that at 96.
If it's a borderline pitch, I understand it. But when you split the heart of the plate,
yeah, it's the bottom part, middle of the plate at 96. He should be out at this point.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Fowler at third, Castro at first. Now back.
One thing we know about Dominguez, he likes the ball up, and he's got real good power to right center field.
Breaking pitch out to left. That'll fall in for a hit. Fowler will come in to score. And it's 3-0 Houston here in the first. Dominguez picks up his 19th run batted in.
Inner half of the plate on the breaking ball. And Dominguez, you mentioned Victor swinging the bat well, just dropped the head of the bat. Base hit into left field.
Chris Carter, the DH, now at the plate. .196 average. 6 home runs, 16 runs batted in. He swings at the first one, skies one out to shallow right. Efren Navarro moving in and toward the foul line is there. Makes the catch. 1 down.
It looked like that one sliver of sunlight was right where Navarro was going to catch that pop-up. You don't anticipate needing sunglasses this time of night, but that one ray of sunshine right in his eyes. As he's looking up, he's right into the sun. Fortunate enough to catch it. Good job by Richards to back up third base. Don't allow what happened so far in this inning affect what you're supposed to do when you're on the mound.
It's Mark Krause, the first baseman tonight. A couple of men on, 1 out now. Pick off the 10th. Ball got an eyeball on the thumb there. Kind of shaking the hand. Pretty firm throw from Garrett.
It's an angry throw. Things don't go your way. Throw to a base, you throw a little harder than normal.
Krause a 190 average, 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Hits this one towards short. Off the end of the bat, Ibar's got him, races to the bag, fires to first, and got him. So the inning comes to an end after the Astros scored 3 times on 3 hits. They leave a man on. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Ibar, Trout, and Pujols coming up with the Angels playing from behind. error in that inning. All three of the runs are earned. Now the Angels play from behind. We'll check out Mike Scioscia starting 9. The Angels at the start of the day, second place in the West, 3.5 games back. They will have Eric Ibar leading things off at short. Mike Trout at center. Albert Pujols at first. Howie Kendrick, the cleanup hitter, once again at second. It's C.J. Crow in the DH. Brent Green at left. Chris Iannetta behind the plate. Efrain Navarro gets it started. Right in Luis Jimenez is rounding out that starting 9. He is the third baseman as they take on the 26-year-old left-hander native of Tulsa, Oklahoma, by the name of Dallas Keuchel.
Dallas Keuchel's been throwing the ball very well. Late fastballs, 87, 92, slider, cut fastball, changeups for the keys for the Angels against Keuchel tonight. Lots of pitches away. Loves to throw the fastball away, changeup away. Bring the changeup into the strike zone. Don't chase it out of the zone on the ground or off the outside corner. Bring it in the middle part of the plate. Have more success against them.
Ninth start of the season for Keuchel. The Angels faced him earlier this year, went 5 innings, took the loss, gave up 4 runs on 8 hits. The first one in for a strike. Ibar had a 1-for-4 game yesterday, hitting .265, couple of home runs, 20 runs batted in. And with the Cowgill not in the lineup today, it's Ibar batting in the leadoff spot. And it snowballs 2 strikes.
It's amazing how confident a pitcher can look and feel. When you look up, you have a 3-0 lead in the first inning before you even take the mound. 2 quick strikes for Keuchel.
Breaking ball missing down and in. 1-2. Keuchel coming off his first career complete game shutout for his second consecutive win. 7 hits, 9 innings, 7 strikeouts, no walks against the Texas Rangers at home. Prior to that, defeated the Tigers at Comerica Park. This was shot foul. The count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. In his career, that was Keuchel 2-1 with a 6.65 ERA. 6th game, 5th start.
Ibar hitting .417 in his career versus Keuchel. 5 for 12.
Off speed pitch. Seems like the Angels have faced quite a few lefties from starting a week ago. Mark Burley at Toronto.
Cliff Lee. David Price yesterday.
Eric Bedard Thursday. Just got a piece of it. Keeps his at-bat alive. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Like Ibar perhaps asking Greg Gibson as to the location of that pitch that he laid off. And the patented answer is, well, you swung at it.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. That's always something. I always used to laugh when I saw a hitter ask an umpire, was that a strike? Well, why did you swing at it if it wasn't a strike? And I'm going to go to the same exact spot. You can take this one.
Ibar tired of waiting, so he backs out. Mike Trout on deck, Albert Pujols to follow. Angels as a team batting .270 against left-handed pitching. And it's a breaking pitch, and Castro tries to apply the tag. He'll have to throw down to Krause to complete the strikeout for the first out. Defensively for the Astros, behind Keuchel, you've got Presley, Fowler, and Springer from left to right in the outfield. Dominguez, Gonzalez, Altuve, and Krause from third to first with Castro behind the plate.
And Springer out in right field has a very good throwing arm, but the thing that jumps out, he's got 6 errors already this season. The guy is very athletic, has good reads on the baseball, more so when the ball is on the ground he's had troubles with. He's a special athlete. He's going to be a very, very good, consistent major leaguer.
Trout yesterday afternoon went 1-for-4 against the Rays. His batting average is .263. As he looks at the strike. 8 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Trout in that start against Keuchel in Houston on that Saturday afternoon. They're going 1-for-3. Josh Hamilton had a good game. Homered off him, a 2-run shot. Angels close to getting a few of their players back. David Freese, Cole Calhoun playing once again at AAA Salt Lake. Josh once again took batting practice on the field. Should start barring any setbacks, a rehab assignment perhaps later on this week.
We may see him on this road trip coming up. It's a long road trip.
Could see David Freese as early as tomorrow. Cole Calhoun soon after that, maybe for the Royals series. Angels have done a nice job with the 3 big pieces in their lineup missing.
Yeah, you have your leadoff hitter, your number 4 hitter, your number 6 hitter out for an extended period of time, yet you're 5 games over 500. The other players have done a great job.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Three-game set against the Houston Astros, an off day on Thursday, and then the Kansas City Royals roll into town for a 3-game set beginning on Friday. 2 night games and a day game. This is foul back. Check that. It's a 1 night game and 2 day games. Saturday nationally televised game on Big Fox.
Well, Calhoun has really swung the bat well. He was swinging the bat well before he got hurt. Certainly hasn't missed as far as his timing on his swing.
2-2, lifted in the air to left. Presley moving over. Trout just got underneath it.
Get that cut fastball in just enough.
Get it on Cole Calhoun, by the way. I said they're playing tonight against Fort Salt Lake. 0 for 2 at the time of the email that I got. And David Freese 1 for 2 with a home run the opposite way. So I think that's Freese's second home run.
Yes.
Right? So 2 outs, bases clear. Albert Pujols at the plate. Keuchel picked up the first 2 outs, but he's thrown 14 pitches to get those outs. Albert, of course, the multi-homer game in yesterday's contest. Here's our Hyundai key to the game.
Oh, Luke Bryan played again, looking for some early run support needed today, especially with Houston scoring 3 in the top of the first. Wow,
that was a strike.
Pujols was anticipating being ahead of the count 2-0.
Bouncer up the third base line, and it rolls foul. So Albert behind in the count at 1-2. Astros scoring 3 times at the top of the first. 7 men to the plate. There's Garrett. 2 walks. And a throwing error on a pickoff attempt at third base. Angels with the win yesterday against the Rays, now an even 500 here at home. This one bouncer back to the mound. Keuchel's got it. And he performs the 1-2-3 shutdown inning. We'll head to the second here at the Big A. Houston on top 3-0.
lead the Angels here in the top of the second, 3-0. They score 3 in the top of the first. And coming up later in the game, we'll check out the American League scoreboard on the Carl's Jr. Sports Update. Not many games played today, but they've been some good ones in the American League.
Yeah, this the 5th game to get started today. Major League Baseball. That's it. Garrett Richards back to work. He'll face 8-9-1. Presley, Gonzalez, and Altuve. Alex Presley, the left fielder, 223 averages, 3 home runs, 7 runs batted in. 0-2. Looking for Garrett here to have a quick inning, kind of get back into the flow of things, if you will.
No question. Just forget about that top of the first. Trust your offense. They're going to score you runs. Now it's up to you as a pitcher to put up some zeros and let the team get back in the game.
Good breaking ball there. So the count remains at 0-2.
A couple guys in my era when I was a pitcher, Dave Stewart, Jack Morris, they have these first innings in which they struggled. And all of a sudden you look up, it's still 3-0 in the third. It's still 3-0 in the fourth. Then their offense starts kicking in gear, and then all of a sudden they're up 5-3, and they're completing those games. So they're very, very good pitchers, figure it out, and then all of a sudden they're looking up there, and they're still in the 8th and 9th inning picking up the W.
Presley with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Waiver claim from the Minnesota Twins organization right before the season started. University of Mississippi guy. 8th round pick in 06 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. 2-2 now. That's a swing and a miss. Down goes Presley. There's the first out of the second inning. And folks, the Angels host the Astros tomorrow at 7:05. And fans in attendance will receive an Albert Pujols Gnome, courtesy of Automobile Club of Southern California. While supplies last, purchase your tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com.
Looking forward to that one.
Oh, still out on the rocks, right?
A little cooler for them tonight.
Yeah.
Sunny yesterday, though. Almost got hit by a couple of those home runs yesterday by Albert himself.
Sharply hit the second. Marwin Gonzalez retired by Howie Kendrick. 2 down. You like that? 1 pitch, 1 out.
What we've seen from hitters against Richards, they will try to hack that first pitch, even though they know it's a fastball coming and a very good one. They don't want to be behind a deal with this curveball or slider.
Yeah, and we saw that kind of approach yesterday, early on in the game against Matt Shoemaker, against Tampa Bay Rays, a team that typically, when they're going good, like to take pitches, but they were jumping first pitch fastball if he was throwing it. Then he started mixing in the off-speed pitches. Perhaps that's the game plan here for Garrett.
Yeah, he just got to get a better feel for some of his pitches.
Boy, inside-out job by Altuve. That one running in on the hands, and the Astros second baseman has his second hit of the ballgame in as many innings.
You can guarantee he's going to be stealing first or second pitch. Breaking ball that basically was trying to make contact, and this hit it the right place. Hanging breaking ball, though. First pitch breaking ball.
Now Altuve's going to hang early in the count, regardless.
Exactly, and that's perfect guy to throw the breaking ball if you can keep it away against him.
Equal opportunity hacker.
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah. George Springer, the batter. He drew a walk in the first. 1 of 2 issued by Garrett Richards. Garrett threw 27 pitches in that first inning. He's thrown 8 so far here in the second inning. Breaking ball a little bit high.
Well, that looked like a pretty good slider. See if this did catch the strike zone. And it did.
Trying to figure out if it's a high strike zone tonight or a low strike zone. Or the old yet to be determined. 2 balls, no strikes. Glance over down Altuve. Mentioned his 15 stolen bases. He's been conscious 3 times this year. Those 15 bags, leads the American League. Just one ahead of Rajai Davis, left fielder for the Tigers. Tigers, by the way, had to crash in Boston. They got into Cleveland today. They had airplane troubles. Hang with them. They never took off, though. That was on the tarmac.
Okay, thank you.
2-0 pitch. This is lined into center field. Is it going to hang up? No, it'll fall down for a hit. So back-to-back 2-out hits by Altuve, and Springer puts 2 men on. And Dexter Fowler coming to the plate.
Now, if you're Gary, to slow the game down, don't get too quick on your delivery. Don't worry about the speed on the bases. Worry about the guy at the plate here. Dexter Fowler, very good hitter himself.
Fowler drew a walk in the first. One ball, no strikes. They wanted an appeal, and didn't go. Looked like Iannetta maybe hit Gibson, trying to perhaps throw back to first base on a back pick with Springer over at first. Fowler fouls it off the left. So 2-ball, 1-strike count. Garrett striking out Presley to start the inning. Got Marwin Gonzalez to hit a ground out to Kendrick on 1 pitch. Altuve got a breaking ball, single to right, and Springer with a base hit to center. Now the 2-1. Foul at the plate. Well, I tell you what, and perhaps that's why you've seen the more home runs here. The aggressive approach at the plate. This is a different Astros team that we saw in that 4-game series at Houston. Not that they were passive by any stretch, but these guys, they're not looking just for singles. They're hacking.
And they're hacking. They're aggressive on the base. Even that last inning, Matt Dominguez almost prevented Eric Aybar from turning that 6-3 double play. A hard slide into second. A lot more confidence at this point for the Astros. They play the game hard.
Twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that's an overthrown breaking pitch. It bounced about 2 feet in front of the plate. So a full count.
3 full counts already in the game for Richards.
Full count with 2 outs. Base runner's going to be on the move, and it's not as if those 2 guys need any help. Altuve at second and Springer at first. They take off. The 3-2's line to right, a base hit. Altuve will score. Springer's heading to third. He's going to be waved in. Here comes a throw to second, and they got him at second, so the run will not count. Only 1 on the board.
What a break. That's well played. Get him at second base. That's great instincts.
The Astros get a run. They lead it now 4-0. It's 4-0 Houston. Terrific throw by Efren Navarro, but bad base running on the part of Dexter Fowler.
Yeah, Fowler has that play right in front of him, and Springer is flying around the base. He's going to score, but Navarro with a perfect throw. That's good instincts. He's not even an outfielder by trade, a first baseman. He fired up right in at second base, turned, accurate one-hop throw, and that run does not count because of the tag by Ibar before Springer crosses the plate. First outfield assist for Navarro.
Howie Kendrick leads things off by looking at a strike. Pat Listash, the third base coach, no hesitation with the windmill and sending Springer. Both guys on the move with the 3-2 pitch.
And watching Springer run the bases, you know how athletic he is, the way he cuts the corners so well with that speed.
There's Pat.
Very good player himself. Milwaukee.
One ball, two strikes on Kendrick. And a 1-for-4 game yesterday with an RBI, hitting .299. 2 home runs and 20 runs batted in. Called strike 3, a fastball right down the pipe. Second strikeout for Keuchel. He's faced 4 batters. He's retired all 4. Bring up C.J. Crone. Hey, tonight's broadcast is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces, serving in 175 countries and aboard ships at sea. They're watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, and Japan. We thank you for your service, and we welcome you into our broadcast. C.J. Crone seeing Dallas Keuchel for the first time in the big leagues. DH tonight, hitting .317, a couple of home runs, 6 runs batted in. Off speed pitch, 0-2. Crone got the start at first base yesterday, ended up going 0 for 3. This one foul back, another off speed.
2-1 in his career versus the Angels, but ERA well over 6. And so far in this game, he's hitting his spots very well.
Keuchel, a 7th round pick out of the University of Arkansas, 2009. Crone goes down swinging, chasing the off-speed pitch. He'll make that 3 strikeouts, 5 up, 5 down. Grant Green now coming to the plate. And coming up later in the game, we'll bring you the AT&T fan photo of the game, but we need your help. Tweet your photo using hashtag WestFanPhoto, and it could be shown in an upcoming broadcast. Grant Green, a 3-hit game yesterday. 3 for 4 overall. The average of .368. A couple of doubles, a home run, and 4 runs batted in. Broken bat rolling to first. Krause has it. Takes it himself. So Keuchel has faced the minimum 6, and he's retired the ball. The Astros heading to the 3rd, lead at 4-0. Times in the first, once in the second, leads it 4-0. Garrett Richards, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 6 hits allowed through the first 2 innings. Gave up 3 consecutive 2-out hits to score 1 run, and had it not been for the base running mistake by Fowler and the terrific throw by Efrain Navarro, it should have been 5-0 at that point.
Well, when you think about it, 6 hits for the Astros here through 2. Coming in this game, opponents only hitting 186 period against Richards.
First fastball is in for a strike on Jason Castro, who singled home a run in the first inning, picking up his 22nd run batted in. Curveball on the corner. 0-2. Most hits allowed by Richards in a game this year, 9. That was against Texas. And he picked up the W. Gave up 3 runs in that one. Next most 8 hits. No decision against Oakland. Gave up 5 runs in 7 innings. Castro skies one out to shallow left. Eric Ibar going out. Grant Green nowhere to be found. Hello. Grant Green never even ran in for the baseball. Unless he never saw it. That is a double. And we saw Ibar have to go out there yesterday to make a catch. I mean, Trout never saw it.
I mean, that's a long way he's got to go. He's playing in the outfield. Playing like Austin Kern used to play a left field, shallow left field. That's a difficult play for a shortstop to be able to track and go back and make a play that far in the outfield.
I mean, Grant never even broke for the baseball. Most times you're taught to kind of run towards perhaps an area, because maybe you run into it and you see it all of a sudden. But it is a double for Jason Castro instead of the first down here in the 3rd. 5th double of the year for Castro. Here's Matt Dominguez, pride of Chatsworth High School. How'd you guys pitch him in high school?
We tried to pitch him inside, but that wasn't necessarily a good idea. A lot of breaking balls. Part of a national championship club for Chatsworth High School.
Breaking ball. Evens up the count at 1-1. Dominguez also singled home a run in the first inning. Picking up his 19th RBI.
Pretty good left side of the infield with Dominguez at 3rd and Stockus is your shortstop.
Yeah.
For a high school team.
Yeah. I would concur. I'd be walking a lot of guys.
Yes.
This one fouled back off the mask.
Now let's take a look at our AT&T Uverse Rewind. Speaking of Matt Dominguez, yesterday, breaking ball up with a 404 sign against Danks, and then another breaking ball. Crush it. 2 home run performance yesterday for Matt Dominguez.
Astros 1 home run behind the Angels. Halos 49. Astros with 48. Toronto's in a different world. They can hit some home runs.
Yeah, Bautista can crush the ball. Encarnacion can crush the ball. They swing extremely hard every pitch thrown.
This one down the right field line, headed toward the seats. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one lifted to right. Playable for Navarro. Castro, the base runner, second, goes to tag up. Efrain makes the catch. Castro trying to go. No, he slams on the brakes.
I tell you, Navarro is extremely impressive in the outfield. He's got an accurate throwing arm. He got to round the baseball well to be put in a position to have that good throw to 3rd base. And it is right on the line again. Keeping Castro at 2nd. It's a big out.
1 out, 1 on. Here is Chris Carter.
And the good thing about his throws, Victor, he keeps them low on the line. That way you can cut it off. You're a cutoff man, or you can let it go that one hopper to the base. Pretty accurate throw. We saw him make some good throws to the left, too.
Carter fouls one back off the screen. No balls and a strike. How many times have we talked about those quote-unquote organizational guys that have good abilities? Sometimes they get called up late the season in September when the rosters expand. As a courtesy for, hey, nice job, you're on the 40-man roster, come on up, experience big league life. But how many times have we talked about getting to that realization, hey, especially in the Angels organization, I got Albert, signed for a long term. I got C.J. Cron now, that's a youngster. I better go out, perhaps maybe learn or be willing to expand my roster of positions. That's the word, willing. And you can see he's that type of player. He's willing to play anywhere. Put him in left field, you put him in right field. He gets good reads off the bat also. And keep in mind, he's a first baseman by trade. He hasn't played a lot of outfield, but he looks like he has. Carter takes it inside. Yeah, you've got a former shortstop in left field, former first baseman in right. And in Grant's case, same thing. Yeah, and again, it's difficult when you're used to the read off the bat as an infielder. And then you have to try to get the read off the bat, especially a long swing sometimes. It freezes you as a left fielder for Grant Green. We saw it tonight here already on the pop-up. It's a different read off the bat. Breaking pitch, broken bat looper to shallow center. That falls in for a hit. Castro being waved in. The throw from Trout is not in time. And it is 5-0. Chris Carter with his 17th run batted in.
First baseman, number 18, Mark Price.
Jammed him. But it's a strong man fighting that one off into center field for an RBI single. It looked like it could be a routine out, ends up being a run. We've said it a number of times as far as Carter's concerned. Stay away from the inside part of the plate regardless of the pitch. Yeah, even if you jam him, he's still strong enough to get that ball into the outfield. If you make a mistake on the inner half, you won't get that baseball back. Some movement going on in the Angels bullpen as the first one is up and away. Looks like Kevin Jepson is the first man up. Maybe just to get out of this inning, and then Hector Santiago to start a clean inning. Try to give you some length in this game. 1-1. Mark Krause rolled into the inning-ending double play that ended the first inning. So he's 0 for 1. First baseman tonight. 5-0 Houston as we play here in the third. Ground ball to the left side. Jimenez has it. Feeds Ibar, and that is the unconventional 5-6-3 inning-ending double play. Houston tacks on a run on a couple of hits. The Angels still looking for their first base runner. We head to the bottom of the third, down 5-0.
5-0 Houston here at the bottom of the third inning. Angels will be hosting these Astros on Wednesday at 7:05. And fans in attendance will receive an exclusive Albert Pujols 500th home run bobblehead, courtesy of Total Oil while supplies last. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com. Dallas Keuchel back to work here in the bottom of the third inning. The Angels have yet to get a base runner on board against this left-hander who has struck out 3. And 1 fly ball out and 2 groundouts. Got an update on Sean Burnett. His rehab outing at Double-A Arkansas. Sean threw 1 inning, 12 pitches, 9 strikes, had 1 strikeout.
Pretty good control considering he hasn't pitched in so long.
He's basically going through spring training right now. The rehab process.
And that'll take probably close to 30 days for his rehab assignment.
Ineta hitting .244, 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in. The count is evened up now at 1 ball, 1 strike. Chris yesterday 2 for 4, a couple of singles and a run scored. There's that changeup again.
Changeup away, fastball away, breaking ball down and in, and a cut fastball at the belt inside, but mostly living away.
Full count. First full count for Dallas Keuchel. Now the payoff pitch. And he walked up. There's the first base run of the game for the Angels. Keuchel will work from the stretch for the first time. He'll face Efrain Navarro, left-hand hitting right fielder. No serious injuries or anything like that to Colin Cowgill, but he's pretty much played every day since Cole Calhoun was placed on the 15-day disabled list.
Yeah, just a little tweak in his hip flexor. Said he was ready to go, and he certainly will be available tonight.
There's Collins, done a terrific job for the Angels this year, filling in. 301, an on-base percentage of .398. Whether in the number 1 spot or the number 9 spot. Efrain takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Navarro did get into the game as a defensive replacement in the 6th inning yesterday. Got in a bat. Ended up picking up a double. His 4th of the season. .368 average for him. Went around, and it's 1-2. 9th game for Navarro in the big leagues this year. 7 for 19. One for 5 against left-handed pitching.
Double yesterday against Price.
Yep. Ineta with a leadoff walk stands at first. Luis Jimenez on deck.
Navarro looking for that fastball away to hit it in the left center field.
Foul at the plate. Dominguez off the line at third with Navarro at the plate. Gonzalez shading him toward the middle. Almost pole-like on the infield, opposite way in the outfield. Presley, the left fielder, toward the line, and Fowler towards left center.
pretty interesting pitch by Keuchel going inside. That's a pretty good pitch against Navarro because he's looking to hit something to left field. Jammed him on that 89-mile-an-hour fastball inside.
And he got him to chase the breaking ball, and there's out number one, the fourth strikeout for Keuchel.
The reason why he was able to get Navarro to swing at this breaking ball was because of the fastball that pitched before. Keuchel doesn't necessarily evaluate velocity, still pretty good velocity, but he pitches extremely well on both sides of the plate.
Yeah, how many times have we talked about how sometimes the velocity can be misleading if you're unable to locate. You'd rather take a little bit off, spot everything, set up your off-speed
Create
stuff.
some deception with some movement. You get plenty of people out with 90, 91, especially if you can throw a good breaking ball and fastball counts.
Or you can go just right above the speed limit like Jamie Moyer did and still get guys out.
Yeah.
Jimenez shoots one foul down the right field side. He's up about 4 rows.
The crazy thing about Moyer, he broke so many bats too, because people were looking out over the plate, whether it's that little fastball he had around 80, 82, and a slow changeup, then he throws his fastball in just enough to keep you honest.
Doug Jones, another guy that made a pretty decent career of slow stuff. That's a strike on Jimenez. 1-2.
When you think about Weaver, his slow curveball and changeup. Though his curveball times 68 miles an hour, his changeup 74.
And Jimenez late on that one. Goes down for round number 2.
Boy, breaking ball, 78 mile an hour breaking ball. Just trying to foul that one off.
So 2 outs. Iannetta still at first base. Here's Eric Ibar. Thing about Doug Jones, he was a closer. He did it with 300 saves.
300 career saves.
Slow, slower, slowest. Little chopper towards second. Altuve will go to second base, force out Iannetta. The leadoff walk. He just can't do anything with it. 3 complete. Houston on top 5-0. Top of the 4th inning, Houston leads it 5-0. Garrett Richards back to work. He'll face 8-9-1 Presley, Gonzalez, and then Altuve. Settled in. Have some sugar.
Cotton candy.
Angels down by
Yummy.
5. Yeah. Got to try to stay awake for the comeback.
Angels have been very good. 13 come from behind victories this season.
13 come from behind victories this year. Presley a swing and a miss. That is one behind the Tigers and the Brewers. Alex Presley a strikeout victim in a second. Breaking ball down and in. Two balls, one strike. But he's yet to get back into the rhythm we've seen him be able to get back to, especially when he has struggled in particular starts.
There's been games in which he hasn't had the feel for his breaking ball, but he's not had the feel for his fastball. Today, velocity has been around 94, 95, 96, but not consistently 97, 98 range.
Chopper to first. Albert's got it. One away.
Well, let's check the tools of the trade presented by Ram Trucks. So you want to be a catcher. Chris Iannetta on a swing from Matt Dominguez straight back on the mask. That is the tools of the trade. Thankfully, you have a mask there as a catcher. Absorb some of that shock of that foul ball straight back at you.
Yeah, that would kind of stink if you didn't have a mask.
It's like the old school hockey goalies back in the day.
That might
Gump
leave a
Worsley.
mark.
Yeah. Can you imagine being a goalie back in the day without a mask?
No.
I couldn't imagine being a goalie with a mask, but without a mask.
I think those guys were volunteering to be goalies back then. Chopper towards second. Howard throws out Gonzalez for the second time tonight. 2 outs. I mean, it's potential. It could be. I mean, you could grow up back then and say, yeah, you know what? I want to be like that guy.
Yeah.
Wearing pucks in my face all day. That looks like fun.
Talk about the need for super reflexes.
Something.
It's a good defenseman just to make sure the puck gets blocked before it gets to you.
How do you warm up to get in between the pipes there when they were playing without masks?
Figure out how to run away from the puck as there's a shot at you.
Hey, Billy, take that stick and whack me in the face a couple of times. So I'm numb going into the game.
That would be zero fun.
Oh. Altuve's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. 2 runs scored. Extending his hitting streak to 11 games with that first inning double. This one lifted out the right side of the infield. Howie Kendrick is there in a 1-2-3 inning for Garrett Richards. Well, into the bottom of the 4th inning, Mike Trout, Albert Pujols, and Howie Kendrick coming up for the Angels down 5-0.
to fit just right. And the radio up, I like to see sunrise. See the love in my woman's
5-0 Astros here at the Big A, the first of a 3-game set. Houston scoring 3 times in the first, solo runs in the second and third, but Gary Richards just picked up his first 1, 2, 3 innings. See if the Angels can pick up their first hit of the ball game. Dallas Keuchel retired the first 6 before issuing the leadoff walk to Iannetta in the third inning, but then retired the next 3. Mike hit a fly ball to left field in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Looks at a fastball for a strike.
Right down the heart of the plate. Sometimes you want to be patient, but there's other times in which you attack a first pitch fastball.
Off speed pitch, down and away. And it's 1-1. It's been pretty much the same thing. Here's a fastball, middle to middle in. And I'm going to turn this one over.
We'll change
away.
up. Well, a lot of times with a sinker. This time it comes with a breaking ball.
.50 pitches, 33 strikes, 4 punch outs, 1 walk. Nice cool night here at the Big A. The old Trout hat. It's good luck. You can pull it off. Trout goes down swinging on an off-speed pitch, and there is the 6th strikeout of the night for Dallas Keuchel. 1 away.
First baseman, number 5,
Chasing that breaking ball down and in. Long on the swing for Trouty. Again, that first pitch fastball. He's seen a lot of them of late, too. Gets around the leg, but scouting reports he's taking that first pitch, try to be patient.
Albert missing down and away, and it's 1 ball, no strikes on Albert. He'll come back into the mound to end the first inning. Albert painted on the outside corner. .3-1. Albert breaks his bat, loops one out to left, and there's the first hit of the night.
second baseman, number 47,
From a cut fastball. Albert able to just get enough of the bat on that baseball to get it over the infield. Pretty good cut fastball inside, but Albert quicker with his hands, using that lower part of his body, fights it off for a base hit.
Howie takes a strike. Kendrick struck out looking in the second inning.
Coming in the game, Howie 4 for 10 against Keuchel, including a home run.
Well, so far, I mean, you go through now just getting through that second time through the order here. Keuchel, whatever he's done, almost looks as if he's pitched backwards in what he's had done in the previous times. This one to the right side, knocked down by Altuve, throws to first, and safe at first base. Bo Porter more than likely will come out and kill some time with Phil Cozy as they check the video. Nice effort on the part of Altuve. I wonder if that ball rolled underneath him.
What a good range. We've seen Altuve not only swing the bat well against the Angels, but play a very solid second base. He plays up the middle quite a bit. He had to cover a lot of ground. The dive knocks it down. It's under his body. And the throw of the first. Boy, how many of these close plays we've seen look like the foot was on the base? And it's safe. And Bo Porter was comfortable with the call. Let's go Cuzzy at first base. Now here's your chance. Guy had to play with power. Get right back in the game. For a guy that's given up 4 home runs this year.
Back-to-back hits for the Angels here with 1 out. C.J. Cron, a strikeout victim. Tackle got him on an off-speed pitch down and away. That one's just off the plate. First man to reach scoring position for the Angels tonight. The Halos during that Tampa Bay series. 10 for 33. It's a .303 batting average. They've raised their overall team batting average to .231 and in scoring position. Chop it to short. Gonzalez feeds out 2 for 1. Throw to first in time. That's an inning-ending double play. So the Angels unable to cash in. We played 4 here at the Big A. It's still 5-0 Astros. Brought to you by the all-new 4-door Fiat 500L. Visit FiatUSA.com. By Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better. Call 1-855-1-TWC. By the new fun-to-drive 2014 Camry. At your Toyota dealer today. We make it easy. And by AT&T, mobilizing your world. The Angels down 5-0 as we begin the 5th inning. 2, 3, and 4 for the Astros facing Garrett Richards. George Springer takes down low. It's 1 ball, no strike. Springer with a walk and a single. Also scored a run. Lays off. Two balls and no strikes. There's a breaking ball that falls in there. .70 pitches thrown by Garrett. 43 for strikes, 27 balls, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. This was lifted out to center. Trout coming in a couple of steps. 1 away. Five in a row retired by Richards since Chris Carter picked up the RBI single in the 3rd inning. Here's Dexter Fowler, the center fielder. A walk with a run scored to the 1st, an RBI single to the 2nd. Swings the 1st one, this one out to left. 2 down. Again, the aggressive nature of the Houston Astros continuing through this one.
Yeah, they're up there jumping. They want a fastball. They want to drive it. They'll drive to all fields.
But it makes sense. If you've got a guy that kind of pitched well against you already earlier this year, you know what his numbers are, what he's done throughout his first 8 starts of the season. You would think that the object is he's going to try to get ahead of you. Why not jump on that first pitch?
Yeah, you have to. You know, especially even if it's his breaking ball, the first pitch. It's not his swing and miss breaking ball.
Right.
It's to get over, get a strike breaking ball. Product again. Swing at the first pitch.
Long run over for Green. And a 1-2-3 inning for Garrett Richards on 6 pitches. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Green-eyed Eddie Navarro coming up for the Angels, down 5-0. The 5th inning. Take a look at our in-game box scores presented by Infinity. Just 2 hits. Pujols and Kendrick back-to-back knocks with 1 out of the 4th inning, but DJ Crow will into the inning-ending double play, and that's how effective Dallas Keuchel has been so far tonight.
We were talking after that inning by Keuchel on that ground ball double play. The approach, you have to think in terms of everything's going to be away. He's going to show you a cut fastball in off the plate and a breaking ball down and in off the plate. So up the middle approach the other way, whether it's his fastball or changeup.
Grant Green to lead things off. He grounded out to Mark Krause at first base. Grant looks at a strike. Six strikeouts for Keuchel, 1 walk. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now.
We'll be seeing fastball away first pitch, middle away, followed by a changeup. We'll throw a breaking ball down and in or a cut fastball in, is to keep Giannis on the inner half of the plate, but then he's going to go away again.
This one fouled off to the right. Houston with 5 runs, 8 hits. They've stranded 2. The Angels, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. They've also stranded 2 base runners. 1 each in the last 2 frames. Hard slider. He's picked up a couple of strikeouts on both lefties and righties tonight. This chop foul.
He hasn't thrown back-to-back hard sliders down in against the right-handed batter. He usually follows it up with a changeup away like he did there, or will back it up with a 2-seam fastball away.
No, we did see in the Trout at bat is the fact that through the breaking ball that Mike fouled off, a changeup away, and then got him with that hard slider down and in. This one rolled foul. Again, trying to pull that off-speed pitch.
And you would think Brent Green, this would be a perfect guy to face if you're Green, because he hits the ball well the other way.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he's trying to pull his changeup. We've seen from Grant a pretty consistent approach, hitting the ball hard the other way, letting the ball travel, and that good swing he has going the other way.
And there's that breaking pitch. Green goes down for the first down here in the 5th.
Hard slider, never a strike. Seven strikeouts for Keuchel in this game. A season high of 8 on April 21st against Seattle.
His career high is 9. That's been done twice, the last time against the Angels, September of last year. Let's go back and revisit our Hyundai key to the game here in just a second. It's Chris Iannetta ahead of the count of 2 balls and no strikes. Chris drew a walk leading off the 3rd inning. Ground ball to the right side. Altuve far to his left. Spin move. Throws to first and out at first.
Boy, Alfredo was wondering if Krause got his foot back on the base. You talk about covering some ground.
Wow.
I mean, that's a lot of ground. He's playing on the other side of the base, and he's running Altuve all the way to the outfield. This spins and throws a one-hopper. If Krause is able to get his foot on the base, and there it just barely gets the heel on the base. But what a play by Altuve. He's going to need a breather after this game at the ground. He's been covering that ball by Howie, and that one there by Iannetta.
Now we'll go back and revisit our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, I talked about the need and play it again as far as getting those early runs. Just the opposite way, the Astros with the early runs. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. The 5-0 lead here now in the 5th.
Navarro chopping this one to Altuve. The Angels go down in order here in the 5th. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning. Halos trailing at 5-0.
Dallas Keuchel in this game, he's had an outstanding breaking ball. Just enough fastball command on the inner half to set that breaking ball off. Paint the corners, working his changeup. Most importantly for him tonight has been his hard slider. Get ahead of the count, mixing and matching. Sliders down and in, off the plate. 7 punch-outs in the game for Keuchel. He allowed 2 hits, and that was both in the same inning. Back in the 4th inning.
Matt Dominguez, Chris Carter, and Mark Krause Scheduled 3 batters for Bo Porter's Houston Astros, who lead at 5-0 here in the 6th. Red Richards delivers a strike.
Keuchel with 18 1/3 scoreless innings in a row for him. He's been throwing the ball exceptionally well. Their hottest pitcher right now.
He's put on a clinic so far tonight, that's for sure. Check swing foul, and it is no balls and 2 strikes.
You think his last 3 opponents he's faced, the Tigers, the Rangers, and now the Angels. It's pretty tough lineups to be dealing like that.
Gaining confidence with each start, especially with his breaking pitches. The curveball missing in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dominguez, a third baseman. RBI single in the first inning, a fly to right in the third, so he's 1 for 2. Goes off the off-speed pitch. They check at first. Phil Cuzzy says he did not go. 2-2. 7 in a row retired by Richards since that Carter base hit in the third. He has settled down a little bit. 1 strikeout and 2 walks. About to throw a 78th pitch. Astros striking for 3 in the first. Solo runs in the second and third as this one's out to left center field. Green's not going to get there, and at least he cuts it off. Dominguez will stop at first. As throws a little bit off target, but it is a leadoff single for the Astros.
Boy, Dominguez has not missed many things up in the zone, whether it's a breaking ball or fastball. Continued to swing the bat well. 2 hits in this game.
Carter skies one behind the plate. Chris Sinetta gets rid of the mask. 1 down. Boy, straight up that elevator chute, man.
Man, extremely confident going back for Sinetta.
That was a rainmaker pop-up.
It's not the easiest thing to do for a catcher to be able to track a pop-up, especially when that high. You hear that sound, long swing, and get back and be able to make that look easy.
Michael Kahn getting ready now. This is Mark Krause, 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of double play balls. One ball, 1 strike. This is driven out towards center. Trout is there. 2 down.
That's 8 fly ball outs in this game for Richards. In this game, he's had 54 strikeouts and 52 innings pitched. But he's more of a guy that's downstairs with his fastball and slider. A lot of ground ball outs normally, but a lot of fly balls today.
Alex Presley takes a little bit high. He's 0 for 2 with a strike down and a ground ball to first. This one out toward center field again. And Trout puts it away to end the top of the 6th inning. The Halos will have Jimenez, Ibar, and Trout coming up in the bottom of the 6th, still trying to solve Dallas Keuchel.
Angels 5-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. And now it's time for check out the Carl's Jr. Sports Update of the American League scoreboard. The Indians with a walk-off home run. Michael Brantley breaks the Tigers' 6-game win streak. Cleveland had lost 4 in a row. That was in the 10th inning. And the White Sox beat the Royals 7-6. Jason Vargas gives up 7 runs in that game. Alexi Ramirez 4 RBI for the White Sox.
Luis Jimenez looks at a strike to lead off the 6th.
More than likely to see Vargas in the series when Kansas City comes into town. Former Angel.
Luis 0 for 1, a strikeout victim of an off-speed pitch. There's the Kia standings, the American League Central. Kansas City 7th back of the Tigers, as are the Minnesota Twins. Still at no balls, 2 strikes. Alex Keuchel entered with 23 career innings against the Angels and 17 earned runs. He's thrown 5 shutout innings so far.
So you're
7
saying
strikeouts.
He's due to give up some runs this inning.
Jimenez pulls one down the line, backhanded by Dominguez. One down.
Very difficult task to get a ball by Matt Dominguez at third base. Very good fielding third baseman. On the backhand, strong throwing arm. Yeah, Jimenez at first base.
They have gotten the final tally for the 2 guys in rehab at Salt Lake. Cole Calhoun tonight went 2 for 5 with a double and 2 runs batted in. David Freese ended up going 1 for 4 with that home run and an RBI. Also picked up a walk. Bees lost though 15-9. They've now allowed 32 runs in the last 2 games that have dropped 14 of the last 15. 1 ball, 1 strike. That is a tough stretch.
Yeah.
The Angels did announce the extension of their working agreement with the Salt Lake Bees today. A couple more years.
Like Ibar got Castro when he was still on the follow through.
1 ball, 2 strikes on the Angels shortstop, who's 0 for 2. Struck out in the first. Into a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning.
Bat right on the wrist to finish off the swing.
Just got a piece of his head. A breaking ball.
And still the approach looks like trying to pull. Even the pitch before when he was swinging like he was trying to drive at the left field. That was his 2-seam fastball away. Same thing followed up with a changeup.
Much different approach than we saw from Burley and from Lee. Even Bedard. A lot of fastballs in. Count even down. 82 pitches now. 54 for strikes. Most batters he has faced in any one inning, 4. Back-to-back innings of 3rd and 4th.
Full count, looking for some base runners here. It's a walk or a hit.
Rolled over. So reset and do it again. Chopper to short. Gonzalez has it. 2 down. Hey folks, on Friday the Angels will be taking on those aforementioned Kansas City Royals at 7:05, and fans in attendance will receive an Angels cooler courtesy of Yakult Probiotic Drink while supplies last. Get your tickets today by visiting the Angel Stadium ticket office by logging on at Angels.com. Gotta have some of those drinks in there.
Yes.
Two up, two down. Ground ball outs. 7 in the game for Keuchel. Trout is 0 for 2. Fly ball to left and a strikeout in the 4th.
Now, if you're Trout, you just look for a fastball and let it go right here. Get a fastball. If he throws you one, and try to drive it. Cut fastball.
Bounce toward third. Backhanded by Dominguez. Fires on the first. Trout retired. Another ground ball out. As the Angels go down in order here in the 6th. We'll head to the 7th. Still, Houston leading this one. Top of the 7th inning, 5-0 Houston. Now it's time for the AT&T fan photo of the game. Remember, tweet your photos using hashtag WestFanPhoto, and your photo could be used in an upcoming game broadcast. Hey, how about that? Another animal picture.
Cat with an Angel jersey on.
I think we lead the league in animal photos for the AT&T fan photo of the game. Our stage manager, Dean Benson, certainly likes that
Yes.
picture. He's got a kitty litter at home. Gonzalez takes down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Gonzalez twice is grounded out to Kendrick. And is in there. 2-1. Nobody warming up for the Angels. Although it looks like someone's getting ready to begin to start throwing again. Michael Kahn was up in the 6th inning. This one hit past Kendrick. Gonzalez on board, leadoff single as Efren gets the baseball back in. 10th hit allowed by Garrett Richards tonight.
Keep in mind, 52 innings pitched coming into this game for Richards. 35 hits allowed, but 10 in this game. And the Astros coming in this game, 233 batting average as a ball club, which is at the bottom of the American League as far as batting average.
Altuve with a couple of hits tonight, a double, a single, and a pop-up. 2 for 3. The most hits allowed in a game, Garrett Richards' brief career, is 12. That was right here against the Houston Astros. August 17th of last year. 6 innings, 12 hits, 5 runs.
It's one of those tough things to explain. Some clubs just see the ball well out of your hand for some reason. And when you think about the two teams you just faced on the road trip, Toronto, Philadelphia, both hitters ballpark, yet he just dominated both the teams.
Just the 3rd time in his career in which he's allowed double digits hits. One-two count on Altuve. A couple of beach balls finding their way to the warning tracks. Marwin Gonzalez over at first. Lifted down the right field line. The ball will give it a look, but this one deep into the seats. Halos tomorrow will have Tyler Skaggs on the mound to face Scott Feldman. Jared Weaver will go in the Wednesday finale. Colin McHugh going for the Astros. And there is an outside possibility that the Angels, with the off day on Thursday, might skip Matt Shoemaker. He's scheduled to pitch over the weekend. This one looks like it's playable for Navarro. It is. Caught in foul territory for the first down.
Especially when you consider some of the roster moves that the Angels may make here in the next couple of days, as far as some of the injured players getting healthy again, the rehab assignments down in AAA. It wouldn't be long even if they did make that decision with Matt Shoemaker. He's earned a spot. He's done a great job as far as starting.
So in theory, you could skip Shoemaker. That means Richards on normal rest would get the start on Saturday. That's where Shoemaker right now is penciled in. But nothing has been determined yet. A lot of decisions to be made, especially with appears to be both Calhoun and Freese just about ready to join the big league club.
Over the years, Mike Scioscia's always tried to keep his 5-man rotation in line, even with an off day.
He even did it with all the off days that the Angels had early on. Guys pitching with an extra days of rest.
And there's a reason, part of the reason why Mike Scioscia likes to do that, to give Jared Weaver some extra time. C.J. Wilson, who's thrown a lot of pitches almost every single game, not a bad idea to be able to have an extra day rest on occasion also.
This one's fouled back. Springer fighting off that hanging breaking pitch.
Haven't seen that nasty swing and miss breaking ball tonight from Richards. Just one punch out so far.
Springer 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a walk. Bounce foul. That Listash almost coming up with it. It's a valiant effort though. Listash trying to play the short hop.
Rookie of the year.
1992. Ground ball towards short. Ibar's going to have to hurry to turn 2 against Springer. He fires on the first, and they got him. Decided to take it himself.
He thought about flipping it over to Howe. He didn't get a good handle on it, but ended up turning a double play to third of the game for the Halos.
7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. The Halos will have 3, 4, and 5 coming up down 5-0. Dallas Keuchel's thrown the ball exceptionally well tonight. He's limited the Angels to just 2 hits. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. And not a run. Albert Pujols will lead things off against him. 88 pitches for Keuchel. You see the line there at the bottom. 19 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings coming off his first complete game shutout. And that was against the Texas Rangers the last time out at Minute Maid Park.
Like I said, he's going through 3 really good lineups in a row. A lot of strikes. Hitting his spots well. His 88 pitches thrown tonight so far. 56 strikes. He had 108 pitches thrown for that shutout against Texas his last start.
Albert singled his last time up. Kendrick had a base hit as well. His was the infield variety as Altuve knocked it down. Hector Santiago getting ready. One foul back to the right. Pujols strikes out swinging on that breaking pitch, and there's the first down here in the 7th. Here's a look at our upcoming schedule presented by Honda. Mentioned Tyler Skaggs going for the Angels. Scott Feldman on the mound for the Astros.
Tyler Skaggs trying to put together a good quality home start. So ERA not as good at home as on the road. Very effective on the road himself. ERA over 6 at home. Hard to explain that one too.
Laid off, did not go. 1 ball, 1 strike. 33,150 here tonight. And what started all in favor in the Houston Astros. Top of the first inning. Right from the get-go. This one towards short. Gonzalez has it. Keuchel has stayed true to form. I mean, he was spotted a 3-run lead in the first inning. It became 4-0 in the second, 5-0 in the third, and that is it.
Great pace. He don't even when he gets down, he stays on that dirt and receives the throw back from the third baseman on the pitching mound.
He leads the majors coming into tonight. 3.52 ground ball to fly ball ratio. And since last year, 2nd in the big leagues. Leads the American League in ground ball to fly ball ratio, trailing only Charlie Morton.
And when you pitch a lot of your games at Minute Maid Park, you better keep the ball down. Fly balls are home runs.
And even there, though, that infield, that's pretty quick.
Yes, it is. But still, you have a better chance of getting that ground ball at a fielder. Anything in the air, especially to left field, unless you can make sure those hitters hit the ball to center field there at that yard.
Yeah, you're pretty safe at center.
Yeah.
Unless you're the actual center fielder. Then you've got to deal with Tal's Hill.
Yes.
But why not aim for the Crawford boxes in
oh,
left
yeah.
field? Prone, this one out to right. Boy, that ball's hit well. Going back on it is Springer, and he will track it down. Not bad power going the opposite way, but it stays in the ballpark. 7 complete, 5-0 Houston. Angels baseball is brought to you by Infinity, luxury cars that deliver inspired performance, and by Mercury Insurance. Save big on your auto insurance. Get a fast free quote at mercuryinsurance.com today to see how much you can save. Top of the 8th inning here at the Big A. It's been all Astros since the top of the first inning. Jose Altuve led it off with a double, and Garrett Richards just could not figure it out up until about that 4th inning. Settled down, but the damage is already done. 98 pitches. He's done after 7 innings. 10 hits, 5 runs, all earned. So in and out, who's in, who's out. Garrett is done, and it is Hector Santiago pitching in relief. He'll be taking on 3, 4, and 5 for the Astros.
Yeah, he wants to get a good feel back for his pitches. Also stated he wants to get back in that starting rotation, but he's got to be aggressive in the strike zone. A lot of times when you pitch out of the bullpen, it allows you to get that focus back. But it's an opportunity for Hector to work on some things and keep this game close, and the Angels come back in the last couple of innings.
This is his second relief appearance with the Angels. The other was in Toronto on the 11th. Ended up going 2/3 of an inning. That was a 9-3 victory for the Angels. Dexter Fowler to lead things off. A walk, an RBI single, and a fly ball to left. That's 1 for 2 for the Astros center fielder. Fowler, the switch hitter, takes a strike. .325 average from the right side this year for Fowler. .245 from the left. Oh, 2. First time Santiago has faced the Astros this year. They missed by much. 1-2 now. Garrett Richards had 1 strikeout, 2 walks tonight. He's 7 innings of work.
That's a telltale sign of not be able to hit his spots like we're normally seeing from Richards. Just 1 strikeout.
2-2. His previous low as far as strikeout totals, 5. That was in the April 15th start against Oakland. And it's of note because he hadn't really been much of a strikeout guy, more of a ground ball pitcher come the last couple of years. But strikeouts up this year for him. Fowler reaching this one. Rolls it foul at the third baseline, so the count remains at 2-2.
The reason why he's been able to get those strikeouts because he gets ahead of the count with his very good fastball, then his curveball and slider, both great swing and miss pitches for him. But he never really got himself in that position to have that, and he got around a lot of his breaking balls. And he did have 7 0-2 counts, yet only 1 strikeout. That tells you he didn't have that wipeout breaking ball working tonight.
Full count. By the way, that game in D.C. is still going on. It's the top of the 15th inning. 2-2 tie. Reds in the Nats. Chopper off the foot. Hey, better than us.
It's a long, long game. I think about that's after 12 o'clock back east.
Trains are still running though.
Something going slow in Washington. Slow game.
Out to right. Pretty good poke. Navarro moving over. One down. Hey folks, join us on Saturday for Lego Day at the Big A. Watch the Halos take on the Royals at 4:05 and enjoy Angels Lego art, and then watch a special engagement screening of the Lego movie on the field. For more info and to purchase tickets, log on at angels.com/promotions. Lego. I know. I should have let it.
Yeah.
A little bit better. My bad. You could probably go to angels.com/promotions.
Yes. And get
Your Lego.
The Lego.
Your Lego, Phil?
Yes. That's pretty cool promotion.
Yeah. You're a big Lego laying guy.
Yes.
How do you fit those beds down there? Seriously.
I took the family there many times.
Jason Castro 2 for 3, an RBI single to the first, a double with a run scored in the third, and a fly to left in the fifth. One ball, one strike. No, we weren't kidding when we said that the Astros have swung the bats better in the month of May. 272 average this month. Came out swinging tonight. 10 hits so far. Foul back.
He gets some pretty good hacks.
Yeah. Castro, the Astros all-star representative last year. Altuve the year before. The way Altuve's been swinging the bat. Looks like he would be the guy unless, Dallas Keuchel continues a stretch like this next month plus. Already ongoing. All-star balloting is ongoing online. Ballparks as well.
Especially, managers like to have that left-handed pitcher because home field advantage in the World Series is won on that game. And Keuchel certainly throw the ball well.
Castro hits one out to deep left center field. Trout drifting back at the wall now will make the catch. 2 outs.
Pretty good power going the other way.
Yeah. That ball, obviously, in an afternoon game is a home run.
Or even some of those warm days we've seen here at the Big A. A little cooler here tonight.
Yeah, we're good with those warm days for now.
Yeah, I take the cooler. Yeah, this is nice.
2 outs here in the 8th inning. Here's Matt Dominguez. 2 for 3. Couple of singles, a run batted in. Breaking ball, first strike. 14 pitches thrown by Hector. 9 for strikes. 2 fly ball outs.
Now this is the time for Hector to try that screwball off the outside corner after that fastball at 91. He's giving up some serious distance on fly balls. One to right field and that one to center field.
Ground ball to the right side. Pujols has it. Foot race. Santiago beats Dominguez. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Nice play by Hector to recover. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. 5-0 Houston.
Keuchel back on the mound. Threw the ball very, very well. This has allowed 2 hits, and they were both in the 4th inning.
Green, Inez, and Navarro for the Angels here in the 8th inning. Grant a ground out and a strikeout so far tonight. 0 for 2. Keuchel delivers a strike. It's 100th pitch tonight. Ground ball toward the hole. Gonzalez to his right. Strong throwing arm. Green legs it out. An infield base hit.
Heck of a play by Gonzalez, shortstop. Ball is in the hole. He's in the outfield grass, but a strong throwing arm. There's some good arms on that side of the infield between him and Dominguez. Close play, but Grant Green beats it out for an infield base hit.
Inez looks at a strike. Inez takes, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Chris with a walk and a ground out. Josh Dye getting ready. Right-hander. 103 pitches thrown by Keuchel. You wonder, I guess his high water mark this year, 113. If he had a quick 8th inning, would you think about sending him back out there?
Yeah, no doubt.
Tulsa native has done a heck of a job tonight.
Inez, the only Angel that has not struck out against Keuchel so far in this game. Now behind in the count 1-2.
Little number back to the mound. He fires to Altuve. That's a 1-4-3 double play, 2 outs.
Tell you what, that's textbook too by Keuchel on how to turn a double play when the ground ball's hit back at you. Did not panic. It was not hit hard, but he fields his position, turns his body, picks up his fielder, and a perfect throw. Let her high to allow Altuve to catch it and get out of the way of the hard slap. Grant Green to finish off a 1-4-3 double play.
Efren Navarro at the plate. Love his walk-up song too. El Toro Mambo. That's the name of the song.
Like it. That's good energy.
Oh, amen. Between that and La Bamba, Luis Jimenez right after him. One ball, pardon me, 2 balls and no strikes. Navarro, the right fielder tonight, strikeout and a ground ball to second. Hector Santiago will come back out for the 9th inning.
The 2nd time in this game, Keuchel's been behind in the count 2-0. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Two balls, 1 strike.
As a hitter, that's what you're trying to get yourself into good hitters counts, but he has not allowed that to happen.
Ground ball toward the middle. Altuve to his right. Jump throw to first, and Altuve continues to make fantastic plays. 3rd time tonight. The Angels are done here in the 8th. Heck of a play by Jose Altuve. We head to the 9th. Houston still on top 5-0. Telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Chris Carter to lead things off for the Houston Astros, facing Hector Santiago as we begin the ninth inning. Houston on top 5-0. A 3-run first, and solo runs in the second and third against Garrett Richards. The only scoring necessary for the Houston Astros, especially behind Dallas Keuchel, who's backed up his first complete game shutout with another solid 8 shutout innings.
Boy, is Altuve everywhere in this infield today?
He is.
Boy, has he made some plays.
Carter, the DH, is 1 for 3. RBI single in the third inning. We up to Tyler Skaggs to knot this series up in a game apiece tomorrow night. 1-2. Angels will have their hands full, however, with Scott Feldman. He threw the ball well against the Angels in Houston.
Well, you have to really stay back and be patient because Feldman takes his time in between pitches. Tyler Skaggs. The ball very well.
Called strike 3. Down goes Carter. And there's the first down. Just a second strikeout of the game for Angels pitchers.
Santiago going inside, catch the inside corner. That last inning, he finished off a good sequence. He went a 2-seam fastball away, followed up by an off-speed changeup to get a ground ball out. That's what Hector has to do more consistently. Back up his 2-seam fastball away with a changeup or screwball away, and then paint the inside corner like he did there against Carter with a fastball inside.
Jesus Guzman pinch hitting here for Eric Kraus, the first baseman. Kraus ended up going 0 for 3. The old what ifs, too. If you go back and look at this game, this one down the line, that's a fair ball. Jimenez firing across, low throw. Pujols digs it out, 2 down.
What a good scoop by Pujols.
But you go back to, forget about the first inning. That is what it is. It happened. Command was an issue. 3-0 Houston. But then you go back to the second inning where Garrett Richards retires the first 2 batters. And then that little breaking ball that backed up. Altuve base hit to right. It snowballed on him. 3 consecutive 2-out hits. And if you get out of that inning, it's still 3-0. Maybe or maybe doesn't allow another run in that third inning. But from that point forward, he settled down. It wasn't vintage Garrett Richards, but he settled down. As a matter of fact, the Astros haven't had a man reach scoring position since the third.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's much easier to pitch when you have a 5-0 lead as compared to a 3-0 lead, because all you think in terms of a couple base hits and a big fly, then all of a sudden my lead is going away. But when you see, if you're Keuchel on the mound, you see Richards give up another run and then another run in the third, all of a sudden then you get into cruise control. But yeah, if you stop the bleeding right at that point, you're still a big time part of the game.
Credit the Astros. Their game plan worked against Garrett Richards early on. Garrett allowing the 5 runs on 10 hits and 7 innings of work. Santiago trying to finish off his second inning. Like to see him throwing strikes. Continues to do so. 25 pitches, 17 strikes.
Working aggressively. He always has a good pace, but he's under control with his pace.
One and 2.
And using all his pitches. You're seeing when Hector has struggled, he's gotten into fastball mode almost exclusively. Then you try to overthrow your fastball, then the fastball straightens out.
One, 2 on the way. Presley just takes outside. Astros left fielder 0 for 3. A strikeout, a ground out, and a fly ball to center. Halos in the bottom of the ninth will have 9-1-2 coming up. Jimenez, Ibar, Trout. Nobody warming up for the Astros. That's chopping this one down the line. That's a fair ball. Albert takes it himself. 6 up and 6 down for Hector Santiago. A nice performance by him. We'll head to the ninth. The Angels down by 5. The Big A, the Halos down 5-0. Stick around after the last down. Angels Live post game. Presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Ken French and Jose Mota will break it down for you. Dallas Keuchel back out there. 109 pitches, 8 innings, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Luis Jimenez to lead things off. Jimenez 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground ball to third. Astros have not had a starter throw back-to-back shutouts in consecutive starts for them since Roy Oswalt back in 2008.
Who, when we were in Houston early in the season, signed a one-day contract to retire as an Astro.
The Angels hadn't been shut out up until the shutout Friday night. That was the first shutout
since last July, wasn't it?
Yeah, July 23rd of last year against Oakland. Ground ball to second. Don't hit it to Altuve or anywhere in the vicinity tonight.
And
1 down.
And another ground ball out for Keuchel.
Eric Ibar 0 for 3. A strikeout, a fielder's choice, and a ground ball to short.
$15 outs via a ground ball in this game for Keuchel. A couple double play balls added in.
Two balls, no strikes.
And he leads the majors as far as that ground ball to fly ball ratio. 3.52 ground balls per fly ball.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Bottom line is you always have a chance to win if you get ground balls. Now there's going to be games in which you give up some of those ground balls. They find holes and there's base hits. If you keep the ball in the yard, the chance it's going to be fielded by one of their infielders, and they got a pretty good fielding infield here in the Astros. Especially we see the range of Altuve at second. Dominguez very, very good at third. Gonzalez solid at short.
And everything has stayed down in the strike zone. We haven't seen him trying to change the eye level. He's lived in
Don't
that
need
bottom
to.
part. Yeah.
If you see hitters swinging at pitches like that, you don't need to.
Ground ball to the right side. Guzman has it, takes it himself. 2 down. So with 2 outs, Halos down to the last out here in this ball game. Down 5-0. Trout coming up. Tyler Skaggs going tomorrow. Scott Feldman going for the Astros in game 2 of this 3-game series.
Just 2 fly ball outs the entire game. Here's a pitcher who had 1 complete game in his career coming into this season. Has an opportunity to have back-to-back shutouts against the Rangers and the Angels. Tough lineup to do that.
Trout over 3. Fly ball out. Strike out in the ground out. One on the way. Off the plate. 2 balls a strike. Pujols on deck. Easy to look at the board and say, wow, he gave him 5 runs early and the Angels just couldn't overcome it, but it didn't matter. It could have been just 1 run. The way Dallas Keuchel's pitched tonight. He's been very, very effective. He has limited the Angels to 1 base runner in scoring position. That was Pujols with 1 out in the 4th.
And you get a double play right away.
Yep. That's it. Gary DiSarcina, a lonely man at third base today. Watch out. Full count. Josh Zide still loosening. He's ready to go if this inning continues. Will Porter decides to go to the bullpen. 3-2. Trout chopper back up the middle. Altuve was right there. He'll fire on the first. That's an infield base hit.
That's some great speed. Will Porter's going to go out and check. See if this game would indeed end on an overturn on that play.
Yeah, from up here it seemed like he beat it, but you never know. It wasn't the quickest release or catch and release by Altuve we have seen tonight.
Especially with Trout running down the line. Sure looked like that foot was on the base before the ball got in the glove, secured in the glove.
Yeah, agreed. No challenge. Unless Bo Porter's making a final decision here, but he's headed back to the dugout.
And he's going to give his pitcher an opportunity here.
Yeah, he's thinking about it, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's what was taking him so long to get back to the dugout.
He wants to give his pitcher an opportunity. Now, sometimes in these spots, unless he's already made the decision.
Haven't seen the motion yet.
You might ask him.
Give him 1 more. He's at 124 pitches now. High water mark 113.
He's waiting for that right word. I can get him. Give me a chance.
He's going to stick with him.
Said the right thing. Said, I got him. Don't take me out.
It even looked like he asked Jason Castro, the catcher, as well.
And I like that, what he's doing. This is a young club. He's got a young pitcher, an opportunity to do something special. But the reality is he knows 1 more base runner, and then he can go down to the bullpen. He still has some wiggle room at that point.
Pujols 1 for 3, a single in the 4th inning. That was the first hit that the Angels had in this ballgame. With that infield base hit by Trout, the Angels have 4 knocks. Two balls and no strikes. Now we're trying to shoot one out to right.
The club needs base runners at this point. No doubles defense in the outfield.
Ground ball to the left side. Knocked off the glove of Dominguez and into left. Trout will round the corner, head to third.
That will probably be it now for Piper.
I mean, if you were hesitant one batter ago, you figure you'd pull him now.
Off the glove. When Gonzalez feels that himself, he may be able to get up and throw across the diamond. When it deflected off of Matt Dominguez's glove, it goes into the outfield.
Well, he's got nothing to hang his head about because Dallas Keuchel was nothing short of spectacular tonight. He departs with 2 outs after giving up the infield base hit to Trout, the base hit off the glove of Dominguez. The Angels with runners at the corners. We have ourselves a pitching change here in the 9th inning. 5-0 Houston. Astros 5-0 Stros here in the 9th inning. Back-to-back hits allowed by Dallas Keuchel. That's why Bo Porter forced to go to the bullpen. Zide pitching in the 7th game. No record of 4.05 ERA.
Zide's got a good fastball, 92-96. Slider, occasional changeup. 8 punch-outs so far this year in 6 2/3 innings pitched.
Vanderbilt product throwing the ball well at AAA this year. 11 games at AAA with 2-1 record, a 2.19 ERA. He struck out 13 and walked 3. Opponents in the 2.05 against him. In the big leagues, he has struck out 8 and walked 2, but he's allowed 8 hits in 6 2/3. Trout standing at third. Pujols at first. Howie Kendrick at the plate. 2 outs. Kendrick a 1 for 3 night. Single, infield single in the 4th inning. One and 0.
Going back to Bo Porter, I like what he did, allowing Dallas Keuchel to have an opportunity to finish that game after the base hit. And Mike Trout, base hit by Pujols. You see the pitch count for Keuchel was over 120, but the reality is it was not as much stress on that 120. He had a lot of quick outs, come off the end of the bat swings, and an early lead to allow him to relax.
check swing. Went around on a high tight fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yep, across the plate.
Fouled off to the right. 97 on that last pitch. Here's the 1-2 offering. That's a base hit down the right field line. Trout will come in to score. Into the corner she goes. Pujols around third. He's going to come in to score. Howie on his way to third. It's a 2 RBI triple. 5-2 Houston.
Certainly Achilles heel problem for this Astro club has been their bullpen. Triple by Howie. Fastball that was up though. And he goes the other way. A good swing from Howie down the line. His 3rd triple of the season. Now 21 RBI. 2-hit performance in this game for Kendrick.
Those 2 runs charged to Dallas Keuchel. Now Brent Strom, the pitching coach, is going to come out and pay a visit. Looks like the Astros might get some action going in the pen. So Keuchel allows 2 runs in 8 2/3 tonight. Darren Downs and Chad Qualls. Downs the lefty, Qualls the righty. All started with an infield base hit by Mike Trout. TJ Crone at the plate. 0 for 3 tonight. A strikeout, a double play ball, and a fly to right. Downs, a lefty, you figure is up to neutralize Ibanez if Mike Scioscia decides to pinch hit it for Grant Green. If Crone gets on board.
Michael pacing the dugout.
Oh, 1 pitch. Down in the dirt. Smothered by Castro. One ball, 1 strike. Castro sets up outside. It's a broken bat roller to third. Dominguez has it. Low throw, and Guzman has it as the Angels drop the first one of the Houston Astros by the final of 5-2.
And the story of this game is that man right there, Dallas Keuchel, threw an outstanding ball game. Ends up being charged with 2 runs. There's a shutout going into the 9th inning. The Astros taking advantage of some early struggles from Garrett Richards, scoring 5 runs. Jose Altuve was not only great with the bat, but excellent with the glove also, as the Astros able to win this one 5-2.
2 hours and 40 minutes. The Angels take the loss, and now 4 games over 500 as the Astros win this one. 5-2 the final. Stick around. Angels Live post game is coming up next.